What is your take on this Pepsi Paloma movie? Daryl Yap. No, I mean, di ba? Daryl Yap, Vic Soto, sorry, hindi Vico Soto. Ang dami nag-aalis. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
bad at names. Vic Soto, the dad, not the son. The son is a fantastic guy, no question. What is your take on that? Kasi a lot of people are happy na this Pepsi Paloma issues bring back to life because talagang cold case siya. If you could put it in a technical sense,
Mm-hmm.
and less technical sense, it's a massive tragedy that is still a mystery, right?
Yep.
Some would say it's actually not a mystery; it's a question of whitewashing or whatever. At the same time, it's
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Yap, right? Made in Marites. Made in Malacanang. I mean, a person who
Right.
was a very questionable record. So, ikaw, what is your reading? Is it a case of a false vessel slash director doing the right movie? Do you think tapos ng issue na yan, it's unfair to bring it out right now? Do you agree na dapat nag-file ng cyber libel si Vic Soto considering how how devastating this could be to his reputation? He was just riding the momentum of the Kingdom movie with Piolo Pascual and all. What is your read on that? Kasi culture to, but this is also a very polarizing issue. Napansin ko online, grabe yung responses pare. Millions yung
Ala-
nag-interact dun sa isang post ko. Nakita ko, grabe. So this actually riles up people. What is your take on this before we go back to impeachment?
Okay, so you know what? Honestly, for me, tama yung ginawa ni Vic Soto for filing a cyber libel case. Now, it doesn't mean I agree with Vic, nor do I believe he's innocent or guilty. All I'm saying is that Daryl should be very careful not to be maligning anyone's reputation or character. Even ano, kasi sa totoo lang, wala namang may alam kung ano yung katotohanan. Kung totoo bang na-rape ba si Pepsi Paloma ni na Vic Soto o hindi. Walang may alam. There are urban legends. And why Pepsi Paloma killed herself ultimately. That because she couldn't get justice and pumunta daw sila to try to do a settlement with a gun. I mean, these are all hearsay at this point. Nobody knows. So for me, tama yung ginawa ni Vic Soto. Now, with Daryl Yap making the movie, well, he has a right to make a movie. But if you do malign anyone's character without proper evidence, then you have to face, the courts and justice for that. Here's the thing. If Vic Soto was guilty, I don't think he would have filed the case. And by the way, I'm not a fan of Vic Soto. I actually subscribe a little bit to that Spolarium song where they were saying that it talks about the case of Pepsi Paloma and TVJ. But at the same time, kung kasi ito kung si Vic Soto is guilty and he files a cyber libel case, all Daryl has to do to win the case and not win the case of cyber libel that's being thrown against him as a defendant is prove that Vic did rape Pepsi Paloma, and that's it. But that's the risk that Vic Soto was taking. So the fact that he was bold enough to be able to file this case tells me that wait a minute, maybe this guy is innocent. I don't know, and I want to let the courts decide on this one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're not making a judicial or legal assessment here. There are different schools of thought on. Kasi ang ginagawa kasi dito is first of all, it is the issue with the trailer, 'di ba? Na the
Yep.
trailer like explicitly just zeroes in on the alleged crime there
Yep.
without entirely looking at the fact that, judicially speaking, this was supposed to have been settled. Yung iba naman sinasabi nila, well, trailer lang naman talaga yan. It's supposed to be a teaser. Hintayin mo muna yung pelikula bago ka maghumusga kung unfair ito or fair. 'Di ba? So, kasi preemptive ito eh. Essentially, I think the Vic Soto camp is trying to prevent the movie from being shown to begin with, which I think legally speaking is a bit difficult to pull off. But what I'm trying to say here is that yun yung debate na malicious ba yung trailer or it's just how trailers are supposed to be structured, or is it because it's Daryl Yap? You would assume that it cannot be completely innocent. But the fact that I think Daryl Yap had the picture with the mom and the brother of Pepsi Paloma, I think we need to hear the story of the family also. I need to hear more stories of the women who have been victims of
Yeah.
rape, gang rape, because all we hear is Daryl Yap's side, Vic Soto's side. I want to hear
Yep.
the side of women. I want to hear the
Ala,
side of family of Pepsi Paloma, friends of Pepsi
yeah.
Paloma, women. Because Bro, I don't know about the Vic Soto case, but we know that there is really a lot of abuses in the show business, in the industry all
Absolutely.
around the world. It's horrible, including to men, right? Yung anak ni Mulak, di ba? Ni Sandro
Yep.
Mulak. So it's not just a female thing. So I think it's time for us to have a national conversation about sexual abuse, power play. Okay, not the Me Too way, kasi the Me Too went off, medyo na ambers yan, di ba? But we have to do it in a Filipino legitimate coming to terms with reality way. Yun ang stance ko on this. So actually, kaya nga medyo debate, kaya I'm willing to have this discussion with different sides. Kaya I'm very glad to hear also your side on this, brother.
Um, Alam mo, Richard, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Daryl Yap. So let's set aside whether I'm a fan of Daryl or not. I'm not. I think I think he's a poor excuse
Or,
for
just
a
kidding.
decent
Baka
human
tayo
being.
ma-cyber libelist
Oo
tayo.
nga eh.
Wala tayo magsalita.
So,
Wala tayo. Wala akong
no,
masabi.
pero I'm not a fan of his, okay? And I think
None of us
that
are.
what but ito lang masasabi ko ah. Ito yes, yes, so he spoke to the mother and of women regarding what happened to Pepsi Paloma, and they have their views on it, not the facts. They have their views. And I want to tell you about and remind you about, remember nung Christmas, during the holiday season, during the pandemic, I believe it was 2020, Christmas of 2021, or was it 2022, where this flight stewardess was at a New Year's Eve party, if I remember correctly, with 12 guys. And the 12, they were they rented a hotel in Makati, and she overdosed and died. And the police arrested the 12 guys who turned out to be all gay, and they were all her friends.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
I think I
you
remember.
remember this? But the mother wanted them to all go to jail because she keeps insisting that the daughter was
Nag-rape siya.
raped by these men,
Na,
until it turns out that they were gay.
pala sila. Yeah. So it was just an overdose with
But
a bunch of LGBTQ friends. There was no gang rape.
yes, but absolutely. And now here's the problem. The mother in her heart, and I can understand her rage, really feels that the daughter was raped and murdered by these men. But if you look at the facts, talagang it would be an injustice for these men to go to jail when it was blatantly obvious they were all gay. And nobody was taking advantage of her,
Wait, wait.
and they were even helping her.
Bro, how do you know? Baka biglang nagpanggap na, I'm just kidding. No, but going back,
So
no,
I
no,
bring
that's why
this
I
up.
mentioned the Me Too, di ba? It got out of control at some point.
Yep.
The Ambers, what? I get it. Ang point ko lang is, we have another layer of problem. What if, because this is such a sensitive and high-stake issue, isang katulad lang ni Daryl Yap ang papatol dyan dahil takot yung ibang directors. I mean, sorry to say this. I mean, I want to hear from other directors why no one else is making. Exactly. That's the other question. Why is no one else making this movie? Why did it have to be a Daryl Yap? I don't understand. Or maybe we do
Alam mo,
understand.
no, I think I think maybe maybe I just think I just creatively there are a lot of great stories out there. Anyway, if you watch the Metro Manila Film Fest, and I'm maganda movies right now, and it's something that maybe they were just thinking, oh, we
Sorry,
haven't done
you
it.
are
Maybe they
from
just
the
haven't
show
thought about it.
business,
Unahan
so
lang
I'm
yan.
sorry about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, and Christian, you had a great movie last year also, right? With sila Sharon and all. So sorry about that. I for a moment I forgot. Yeah, please go ahead. And
Yeah. So yeah, so I was saying that I do believe that what happened here is nagunahan lang, and Daryl Yap was the first at it. Pero the thing was, I think that other directors could have done it more justice.
completely agree. Completely agree. I'm sure there's so many other directors who could have done this and could have done this and more justifiably and with less controversy. But were they other directors willing to do? I don't know. I don't know that information. So maybe lalabas yan. But I want to also know another thing, bro, which is um to what degree did